One family at the center of that support is John and Kelly Sylvia.
The couple was enjoying a date night out together when a gunman opened fire at Schmenge's bar last month.
The community that we had built at that cornhole is like everybody in that room would have given you the shirt off of their back.
You know, that night, my husband and I just had date night like every Wednesday to play in our league. And, you know, when the first shot went off, I thought, well, did the keg like depressurize? Like, I don't know. Like, you're never logically thinking, okay, there's gonna be a shooter. And you just hear people screaming like, this isn't happening, run, get down. And then more shots just kept going. I dove towards one of the half walls in the back because there was no exit for me. I was just gonna be a sitting duck. And the shooting just kept happening, and then for some odd reason it just stopped. And I was like, okay, this is my time. I need to get up. Maybe I can go into the spare room where there's normally a locked door or garage. I can open it, you know, get people out, and I can find my husband. I just kept saying, you know, I gotta find my husband. I gotta find my family. You just heard people help me turn the lights on. So I had gotten up. I had tried to look for the power, called my mom in the meantime that had my kids, because I didn't know if he was gonna come back. Yeah, I just need a second. My husband, John, had dragged my cousin's husband out from the pool table, and he tried to look him over, but he couldn't see, and he couldn't bend down to figure out where he was bleeding. So I turned my phone flashlight on, I got down on my knees, and I was just looking him over, and I'd seen some of the bullet wounds. I got up, ran and got my sweatshirt, and I just tourniqueted above his leg, and then the doors opened. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, is this it? Like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna die trying? So my husband just starts screaming, he needs help over here. You know, you hear LPD. By this time, we're still all working in the dark. They're coming in with flashlights, you know, guns, of course, because they didn't know where the shooter was either.
Action, everybody just started springing into action to help people. You had been shot.
Yeah. The night of the incident, the trauma surgeon was like, I can take it out, or you should be okay if it's time to go home. And I was like, at that moment, I had given up my room here in Lewiston because I knew there was more people that needed the room. And at that point, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I wanted my wife and my kids, and you know, I took the chance of being fine or bothering me, and I went home. And now I have like a day surgeon that's saying you should be okay. You know, I think it's going to be invasive, and then she's going to meet with the trauma surgeon, and I'm supposed to have another checkup, and they're going to figure out a game plan.
I think the hardest part too was so many people were able to make it out. You know, there was only a select few of us that stayed in there, you know, and there's a lot of guys that were like, I didn't know what I was doing, you know, but I was gonna stay in there and try. And they're like, how did you know what to do? Like, and I was like, honestly, like I have some medical experience, like CNA and phlebotomy, you know, so I learned a little bit about these things, but I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna have to put it to use, especially for something like this.
Since that night, community members and beyond have rallied around the Sylvia family. You might remember artist Ron Moore, who came all the way from Ohio to donate portraits of the victims to their families. His artwork is now at the center of another fundraiser specifically for the Sylvia family.
So he has given us 3 commissioned comic book covers that will be published in 2024 with each respective company. He has also given us an 18 by 24 sketch of the Oak Ridge Boys that is certified and authenticated because it is autographed.
Wow.
So the story behind the Oak Ridge Boys photo is that it was originally auctioned off to support Maui, and the purchaser paid $10,000 for it. And when he heard about the mass shooting here in Lewiston, he gave the portrait back and said, keep my money, but use this portrait again for good. And so we now have it. So we want to use those in an auction that is online to support Kelly and John in the best way I know how to do. I don't know what else to do, and I need to do something.
Yeah, yeah. Why is it so important for you to do something?
You know, so I lost my brother at Schmingi's as well. And he was amazing. He was resilient. Nothing was going to stop him from achieving things in life. And he had really just started living his life. Absolutely amazing wife, and beautiful little girl. She's 2.5. I'm so blessed to have them. But in his honor, this is what we have to do. And we've done a lot to support the victims, as we should. But there are a lot of amazing people out there that are survivors that did a lot. And I just always remember that saying, always look for the helpers. And that was Kelly. And there's just a small piece of comfort, I guess, in knowing that he was surrounded by so many people that cared about him and loved him and shared his life with him and his excitement and his joy. And I just don't want that to go unforgotten. So this is what I guess I feel like I can do to honor that and honor who he was.
What does it feel like to know that you're a part of this and you're a part of helping them move forward?
I don't know. My husband and I, we wanted to do something, but when it's so much, you don't know what to do sometimes. And Ron Moran had reached out to me. First, I thought he was crazy, so I didn't even pay him no mind. And when I seen the first drawing that he had drawn, it was somebody that I knew very well. So that's when I was like, okay, this guy might be for real. And then it just steamrolled from there. And I've had a lot of help along the way, because trust me, once it started steamrolling, my husband and I were like, oh my God, what do we do now? We just didn't know. It just happened so fast. Yeah. Like Cheryl said, you know, unfortunately, there are a lot of survivors that are going through stuff. They can't work physically, mentally, go back to work. I mean, I can't imagine being able to go through some of the things that they saw and they experienced that night and then go to work like nothing ever happened. So it's just a lot of things have to happen, a lot of healing has to happen, and they need help. And I don't know what else to do but this.
Mainers helping Mainers, it's what we do best.
Indeed, indeed.
Again, all of the money raised by the auction will be donated to the Sylvia family to put towards things like medical expenses. If you would like to bid on one of the pieces of artwork, just head to lewistonstrong.betterworld.org. We also have a link on our website and app for you.
Stay with us.